Most people are clueless. They don't know what it means to commit, to show up every day, grind like their life depends on it, and actually see something through. And you wonder why they stay broke depressed. Simple. They don't understand the power of consistency, the compounding effect, doing the right shit every single day, no matter how boring or basic it is. That's how you win. You could be the dumbest motherfucker in the room, no degrees, no experience, no handouts. But if you show up on time, ready to work every damn day, and you'll dominate in the end, you're a builder. You show up. You're flipping burgers. Show the fuck up. There's no excuse. You do the basics right and you'll think it doesn't matter. Oh, no one notices. But after 10 years, you're stacking wins while all the quitters are still sitting on their broke asses blaming everyone else for their failure. But here's the joke. You put some loser in front of me and he's like, I'm doing my best. Nah, you're not. You break down his week and there's hours of Netflix hours of TikTok time wasted arguing with nobody's online. And when you call them out, they cry. Oh, but I need a rest. Oh, but I need balance. Shut the fuck up. You don't need a social life. You need a plan. And even after you expose their bullshit, they still won't change. They're committed to losing. It's a mindset. Losers think they're doing enough while winners know they're not. That's the difference. The guys at the top were paranoid, constantly. Thinking about every missed opportunity, every call we didn't make, every move we didn't execute. That's why we win. Meanwhile, the losers, they're chilling, telling themselves they deserve a break, patting themselves on the back for being mediocre. It's fucking embarrassing. Here's the thing. Stop wasting time. When this conversation ends, don't just sit there scrolling like an idiot. Get up, learn something, apply it. If you don't, you're going to stay a loser, and that's nobody's fault but your own. And yeah, you talk about money because everyone loves to pretend it's the ultimate goal. It's not. 20, 25 million, that's plenty to live a life most people can't even dream of. But if you're chasing power, real power, that number means nothing. It's about control. Look at the pandemic. That shit was a global IQ test, and most people failed. Government's telling you when to eat, breathe, and exist. And people just follow like sheep. I don't take orders. If I need a private jet to avoid their bullshit, I'll buy the damn jet. That's what power is. Control. Freedom. Money's just a tool. You want yachts and Bugattis, fine. But if you're not chasing power, you'll never understand the game. The more power you get, the more dangerous you become. You think the people in charge want someone like me walking around waking people up, refusing to play by their rules? No, they're scared shitless. They can't buy me, can't silence me, so what's left? False charges, jail, or the oops car crash strategy. That's the level I'm operating at, bro. But here's the thing. I'm still here, still winning, because I know the game better than they do. Now, back to the basics. You're sitting there thinking the system's rigged, life's unfair, blah, blah. Of course it's rigged. That's why you have to play harder, smarter, better. The slave minds, they'll never get it. They're programmed to follow, obey, stay small. And you know what? That's fine. Society needs sheep, but don't you dare be one of them. If you're going to live like a robot, at least admit it. Don't pretend you're some free thinker when all you do is follow rules and cry when someone challenges your bubble. Everyone loves to sit around and tell themselves, oh, if I lived back in Nazi Germany, I would have resisted. I'd be a hero. Bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. You're the same sheep who lined up to put a mask on your face the second someone on the TV told you to. No questions, no resistance, just yes, sir. And that's exactly how they control you. They don't need to force you to do shit. They just soften your brain with fear and propaganda until you obey like the good little slave you are. That's the game, bro. That's the fucking Matrix. People ask me, why do you always bring up the Matrix? Because you're living in it. Your entire reality is controlled, manipulated, and manufactured by people who don't give a fuck about you. The news, the media, the government. They're all feeding you a fake version of the world to keep you distracted and compliant. They want you broke, dumb, and working some soul-sucking jobs so you can pay taxes until the day you drop dead. That's the plan. Always has been. The Matrix isn't just a movie. It's real life. You're nothing but a battery to these people. They use your energy, your labor, your time, and when you're no longer useful, they toss you aside like trash. That's what's happening out here, and most of you are too blind to see it. And people ask me all the time, why are you so obsessed with fighting the Matrix? Because, bro, there's no avoiding this fight. You're either fighting against the lies or you're swallowing them whole. And when you swallow their lies, you end up fighting yourself. You're depressed, broke, divorced, miserable as fuck, and you don't even know why. Newsflash. It's because you let them program you. You let them take your power. If you believe in ghosts, you're scared of the haunted house. If you don't believe in ghosts, it's just another fucking house. Same with life. If you buy into their bullshit about how powerless you are, you'll live like a victim. I refuse to subscribe to that weak mindset. I refuse to believe in anything that strips power away from me. That's why I fight the Matrix. Now, about keeping people safe, that's their favorite excuse to steal your freedom. Humans are dangerous, humans can't be trusted, so we need rules to protect you. Yeah, sure. But every new rule, that's another piece of your freedom gone. And they expect you to trust the same assholes who are taking your freedom not to abuse the power they're hoarding. Get the fuck out of here. Open a history book. Power always gets abused. Always. You know what's funny, though? Since all this cancel culture bullshit started, not a single person has come up to me in real life with any hate. Not one. Everywhere I go, people are asking for pictures, shaking my hand, telling me they love what I stand for. Women, men, kids, it doesn't matter. Even women, despite the media calling me a misogynist, come up to me and say, you're the only guy speaking about what real men should be. And they're right. Yeah, there's a tiny group of weirdos who hate me. But I don't give a fuck. I speak my truth and I'll never stop. Public opinion could turn on me tomorrow and I'd still be saying the same shit because I don't live for their approval. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to wake people the fuck up. And the people who actually listen to me, their lives get better. Go ahead, ask any real Tate fan what's changed since they started following me. They're in the gym. They're making money. They're embracing discipline and stoicism. They're winning. And when the media tries to paint me as the bad guy, they don't buy it because they know the truth. I've made their lives better, and that's why they're loyal. But then there's the other side. The sheep. The brain-dead fucks who believe everything they're told. The Matrix says Tate is evil, and they repeat it like parrots. No evidence, no critical thinking. Just mindless obedience. It's hilarious how easily these people are controlled. And the media. Don't even get me started on those clowns. These nerds at The Guardian typing away at their desks trying to take me down. Meanwhile, I'm the most Googled man alive, and not a single woman has ever accused me of abuse or mistreatment. Compare that to any other man at my level of fame, and I'm the least misogynistic guy you'll ever find. So why do they hate me? Because I'm not part of the system. I'm not a puppet they can control. I'm a free man, and that scares the shit out of them. These last few years have proven just how deeply people can be brainwashed, and honestly, it's pathetic. People these days have completely thrown common sense out the fucking window. They've forgotten how to think for themselves. They don't observe, they don't question, they just sit there like mindless drones absorbing the bullshit they're fed. These clowns walk around parroting shit like Andrew is bad or inflation is good without a single fucking thought of their own. I'd love to sit down with the dumbass who wrote that garbage article, look them in the eye, and ask, why am I bad? You know what happened? One podcast, 1 hour, and I'd annihilate them. Their weak, pathetic arguments would crumble, and they fucking know it. That's why they hide behind their screens talking shit they can't back up. They'd never step up and face me because they know they'd get wrecked. Everyone talks about power, but no one fucking understands it. Power is a weapon, but there's a line, and once you cross, the shit gets dangerous. Governments are the perfect example. They've got the power to control people, sure. Riot breaks out. Send in the riot police, fine. But when people push back harder, when they stop listening and governments start getting desperate, that's when they cross the line. Look at Romania in '89. They started shooting unarmed crowds and people stopped trusting them. The second you lose trust, you lose everything. That's when rebellion happens and the whole fucking system collapses. The mainstream media. Same story. They controlled the narrative for decades, owned information like it was their birthright. But after years of lying, manipulating, and pushing their garbage agendas, they've lost all credibility. No one trusts them anymore. They had the responsibility to deliver truth, but they fucked it up so bad that now people are looking for answers elsewhere. And yeah, my rise came at the perfect time. Divine timing, maybe. But don't think for a second that this shit is easy. It takes balls of fucking steel to stand up and speak the truth when the whole system is against you. Here's the reality check most of you need. You don't own shit. Not your money, not your house, not your life. You think it's yours. Step out of line and see how fast they take it all away. You'll realize real quick that nothing in this world is truly yours. Elon Musk, one of the richest men alive, tweeted something the other day that hit hard. Someone asked him, what's the countdown till they raid your house for speaking out about the FBI and election interference? Elon just replied, I don't own shit, that's the truth. When you hit a certain level of wealth, you realize ownership is just a fucking illusion. The real power is in influence, not possessions. That's the game, man. When you're broke, you own nothing, and you're barely surviving. Then you start making money and you buy shit because you think that's what success looks like. But when you hit the top, you realize owning things is a liability. You don't need to own a house when you can stay in the presidential suite of any hotel in the world for decades if you feel like it. That's real power. Freedom, not possessions. It's impossible not to be a billionaire if you have influence today. Net worth. That's subjective. Forbes hits me up asking about my wealth, and I tell them I don't own shit. They don't get it. I could show them $20 million a month from my businesses and watch their heads spin. Look at the real world, my online educational platform. It's pulling in $20 million a month easy. You multiply that profit by 8. That's an $800 million business right there. And guess what? I'm not selling it. That's just one stream. Then there's my brand. Most Googled man on the planet. They can't ban me. They can't stop me. My reach is worth billions. If IKEA wanted me to sell this glass, I'd move $1 billion worth in a week. That's real influence. The truth is harsh, but it's necessary. Most of you are trapped, owned, and powerless because you've let the system convince you that you're free. Wake the fuck up. Fight back. Or stay a slave and watch your life slip away. Your choice. Bro, you reach a point in life where you've got to ask yourself one question. Do I need more money? Or do I actually want to make a difference? And me, I'm good. I don't need the money anymore. I've got everything I want. But here's the thing. I'm not about to sell my fucking soul for it like that loser Logan Paul. That broke, desperate little punk sold out his own fans because he's too weak to make it any other way. Now look at him. Getting wrecked by God himself. Life's handing him his lesson wrapped up on a silver fucking platter. Maybe one day he'll wake the hell up, look in the mirror, and realize there's more to life than his little atheist bullshit. There are powers in this universe bigger than him, and he better stop being such an arrogant piece of shit, apologize to his fans, and give back the money he scammed them out of, like a real fucking man. If that were me. If people came at me for something I did, I'd face it head on. I'd say, here's my bank account. Here's how much I've got. I'm giving it to charity. That's what a man does. But Logan, he's a fucking coward. He'd rather sit on his little podcast acting like his fans are still with him. Newsflash, Logan, nobody respects you anymore. The second you came at me, your game was over. Everyone who comes at me gets wrecked. True Jordy, sponsors gone, wrecked. Logan Paul, wrecked. I'm untouchable, bro. Divinely protected. And these clowns, they're living without morals. Let me tell you something. When you live without morality on a long enough timeline, God's going to slap you with a lesson so hard you'll feel it in your soul. These guys are scraping for cash, doing anything to stay relevant and screwing over the very people who put them on. That's the definition of being a weak man. You think the laws are fair. You think the world works in a logical way. You're fucking dreaming. When you're someone like me, they'll come at you for anything. They deleted my accounts. Fine. I expected that. But freezing PS15 million in my bank, slapping me with a travel ban, that's next level bullshit. And what for? For making jokes about women parking. Name one guy on this planet who hasn't cracked that joke. It's a fucking joke, but these clowns call it hate speech, then turn it into a crime, then into bail, then into a travel ban. The whole thing's a clown show and everyone's playing their little roles. Here's what you do when you're in my position. You prepare. I've been talking about this for years. You don't live on one grid. You can't. You've got to be on every grid. Multiple passports, bank accounts, worldwide properties everywhere. I set it all up so no one could fuck with me. They tried, but guess what? They failed. And yeah, those months were wild, but they taught me one thing. Money sitting in a bank is a liability. It's not yours. It's theirs. That's why I don't even carry cash anymore. Everywhere I go, my team handles it. I eat, I enjoy, I walk out. I don't even think about paying. It's not my problem. Money doesn't mean shit to me anymore. You think I check prices? No. If I want a car, I say, give me that. Every option. Send it over half the time. I forget I even bought the damn thing until it shows up at my house. That's the level I'm at. I spend ridiculous amounts of money because why the fuck not? If I want something, I get it. I'm not even pretending to care about the cost anymore. Let me give you an example. Me and Tristan were in a hotel, right? We liked the shower head in the suite better than the standard rooms. So instead of paying $3,500 a night, we dropped $11,000 just for the better fucking shower head. It's hilarious when you think about where we came from. Council estate kids in London living on scraps. Now, money's a joke. I fly somewhere, have 3 supercars shipped across Europe, and guess what? I don't even drive them. They sit there untouched because I just didn't feel like it. That's what happens when money loses all value. And women. That's a whole other game. Women don't think about money the way men do. They're not driven by it. They want fun, attention, excitement. That's it. You give them those 3 things and they're good. I've had women in my cars on my yachts and they don't even know what any of it costs. They're sitting in a Lambo and I ask, how much do you think this costs? No clue. They don't care. They just want the experience. That's the real game. You either try to convince women to hustle with you, which is pointless, or you get them to love you so much they'll do whatever it takes to stay around you. That's the secret. Women don't care about making money. They care about being with a man who already has it. That's how the world works. And if you don't get that, you're playing the wrong fucking game. Bro, at the top level, women aren't chasing your fucking cash. They're chasing what the cash can do. They want a guy who says, pack your shit. We're flying to the Alps for some skiing. They want the man who steps and fixes their problems and makes them feel like a goddamn queen just standing next to him. You think they care about your bank balance? No, they care about the lifestyle, the experience, the status. They want to feel like they're rolling with a king. That's the game. And here's the proof. It plays out all the time. Look at these billionaires getting destroyed in divorce courts. Jeff Bezos, the richest fucking man on earth, got taken to the cleaners. Meanwhile, some broke-ass gardener is smashing his ex-wife. Why? Because women don't operate on logic. They run on emotions. If you can trigger emotions, good or bad, you control the whole game. That's the key, bro. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If a woman hates you, you're still winning. Hate's better than apathy. Apathy means you're invisible. Most dudes out here, ignored. Left on read, getting no attention. But if you can piss her off, stir her up, you're still in the picture. I've got girls I sleep with who probably hate my guts, and guess what? They still come back. Why? Because I keep it fucking interesting. Here's the thing. You can do anything to a woman, just never bore her. That's the one thing they can't handle. Look at women in toxic relationships. I'm not condoning any crazy shit, but let's be real. Why do they stay? Don't tell me it's because they couldn't leave. You could have walked out, called the cops, done whatever. But they stay because they're addicted to the chaos, the jealousy, the drama, the intensity. It keeps them hooked. Women want a roller coaster. They crave emotions. If you're boring, you're done. But if you keep them guessing, keep them on their toes, they'll stick around, even if they fucking hate you. Here's the truth about women, man. If you can provoke any emotion, anger, love, lust, whatever, you're already ahead of 90% of guys. If she's sitting there bored, you're toast. She's gone before you even realize what the hell happened. That's why I tell guys money isn't the solution. This whole you need to be rich to get women idea. Absolute bullshit. I've been broke and I've been rich, and let me tell you, it's not about the cash. When I was a broke fighter, barely scraping by, I still had girls lining up. Why? Because they saw the ambition. They saw the fire. Women don't care about where you are. They care about where you're going. When I was grinding as a fighter living in a shithole, I still pulled loyal girls. They could see I wasn't going to stay broke forever. That's what they respect. A man who's got drive. And yeah, money can even be a problem sometimes. You sit across from a girl and she's thinking this guy's got a Lambo, he's got women everywhere, he's flying around the world. There's no way he wants me for anything serious. The money creates doubt. That's why it's not about the cash itself. It's about what you do with it. Here's the real game. It's not about buying her shit or throwing stacks around. It's about the way you make her feel. You can be broke as hell and still win if you can trigger emotion. That's why funny guys get women. It's not because they're rich. It's because they know how to spark something real. And yeah, having cash helps. It makes it easier to say, let's hit Disneyland tomorrow, but it's the spontaneity and the excitement that does the work. And all this red pill hypergamy bullshit, it's exaggerated. You think women in the club are analyzing your ability to provide for kids? Fuck no. They're not thinking about your ability to secure their future when they're about to hook up. They want the guy with drive, the guy with ambition. Back when I couldn't even pay my rent, I still had women loyal as hell. Why? Because they respected the hustle. They knew I was going places and they wanted to be along for the ride. That's the lesson, bro. It's not about the money. It's about being the guy who's going somewhere, the guy who knows how to make her feel. That's the difference between winning and losing the game. Bro, it all comes down to one thing. Fucking respect. If a woman respects you, she'll want to fuck you. She doesn't have to like you, doesn't even need to love you. Respect is the foundation. That's why I've got women who might not like me, might even hate me sometimes, but they still end up in my bed. Why? Because they fucking respect me. And you see this shit all the time in relationships. Oh, me and my wife love each other, but we have problems in the bedroom. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. She loves you, but she doesn't respect you. And guess what? A woman won't get wet for a guy she doesn't respect. That's biology, plain and simple. Forget about getting women to like you. Who gives a shit if they like you? Women don't need to like you. They sure as hell don't need to love you. If they respect you, they'll fuck you. That's the reality. The biggest mistake guys make is throwing their attention around like it's free candy. And in today's world, with Instagram, TikTok, and all that other bullshit, most guys' attention is worthless. Back in the day, attention from a good-looking guy meant something. But now, she's got 100 DMS before she's even brushed her teeth. Your attention is worthless unless you're a high-value man. And being high value isn't just about money. It's your mindset, your status, your discipline, and how you fucking carry yourself. Stop throwing your attention around like a desperate simp. I see it every day. Eyes in the friend zone, texting girls, taking them on dates, buying them shit, and getting nothing in return. That's pathetic. You give attention to get sex. Women give sex to keep getting attention. That's the deal. But today, guys are giving away all their attention for free. You're inflating the market, making your attention worth less than a fake watch from a street vendor. You want to fix that. Stop handing out your attention like a clown. Make women earn it. If they want your time, they better fucking deserve it. If they want to keep your attention, they better show the hell up. Otherwise, they're out. Simple as that. And how do you make women respect you? The same way you make anyone respect you. By being a man worthy of respect. Get your money right. Have a nice car, a nice place. That helps. Be in good shape, have a sharp mind, and don't take shit from anyone. When society respects you, women will follow. They don't even have a choice. Respect is the ultimate currency out here. Bro, as a man, you have to build your value. No one's handing it to you. People come up to me all the time saying, oh, Tate, you get women so easily. Yeah, you know why? Because I earned it. I became a kickboxing world champion. That's thousands of hours in the gym, bleeding, sweating, and grinding. I wasn't born with a magic dick and I'm not some porn star. I crafted myself into who I am. As a man, you either put in the work or you get left behind. If you're sitting around waiting for life to hand you something, then you're a fucking loser. This world doesn't owe you shit. And if you can't accept that you're going to suffer, you have to build your value. There are no shortcuts, no magic tricks. One of the quickest ways to get respect is by refusing to tolerate disrespect. I've been on dates where girls try to test me, pushing their luck, insulting me, acting like they're in control. I stay cool, let them run their mouth for a bit. Then I hit them with it. Your independent right. So pay for your own food. I'm out and I leave. You know what happens? That same girl chases me harder than anyone else. Women will test you. They'll flirt with other guys, talk to dudes while they're with you and see how much shit you'll tolerate. That's disrespect. And most guys just take it like little bitches. If a girl's texting another dude while she's with you, you've got two options. Tell her to knock it the fuck off or kick her out of your life. Otherwise, you're just setting yourself up to get played. Most of what women do today is disrespectful, and the truth is the only relationships that work are the ones where the man is in charge. A man leads, he runs the show, and everyone's happier for it. Anything else is guaranteed misery. If you're in bed with your girl and someone breaks into your house who has to get up and face the danger, you do. The man. You're the one risking your life to protect her. So if you ask for a fucking cup of coffee and she gives you attitude, you've got every right to tell her to get the fuck out. It's a double standard and I don't give a shit. If I'm responsible for her safety, her lifestyle, or future, then I have the authority to demand respect. That's how it works. Responsibility and authority go hand in hand, and anyone who doesn't get that is living in a fantasy world. Bro, responsibility and authority go hand in hand. Same thing with a ship captain. The captain's responsible for every single person on that ship. If it sinks, it's on him. He's the one making the tough calls, taking on the weight of the world. So guess what? He gets authority over the crew. No one's telling him to fuck off or ignoring his orders, because that's not how it works. Now flip that to relationships. If I'm responsible for my woman, her safety or well-being her entire fucking life, then I need the authority to lead. I'm the one making sure she's good emotionally, financially, physically. If she's upset, it's on me to fix it. Cool, no problem, I can handle that. But don't expect me to take on all that responsibility without the authority that comes with it. Imagine being a captain and the crew tells you to eat shit while the ship's sinking. How the fuck are you supposed to do your job? If I'm paying for your life, protecting you, taking care of everything, then when I ask for something simple, like a cup of coffee, you better make it no questions asked. That's not me being a tyrant. That's just how the world works. Responsibility demands authority, and if you can't handle that, then get the fuck out of my life. Here's where most men fuck up. They take on all the responsibility in a relationship and get zero authority in return. That's clown behavior. Why the hell are you doing all the heavy lifting if she doesn't respect you? If she doesn't listen, doesn't follow your lead, and still expects you to handle everything, then guess what, bro? You're getting played. Plain and simple. Too many women these days want their men to take care of all their problems while giving nothing back. That's not a partnership. That's a scam. And if you're okay with that, you're not a man. You're a fucking fool. If a girl can't respect my leadership, she can fuck off. I'm not here to play games or carry dead weight. If I'm responsible for you, then you're following my lead. No arguments, no debates. I get guys hitting me up all the time. Tate, my girl's talking to some dude she's known since school. What do? You know what I tell them? Cut that shit off or kick her out. And every time they hit me with the same weak-ass response. But what if she leaves? Bro, if your girl would rather text some other dude than respect you, she's already halfway out the door. It's only a matter of time before she fucks him. You're just waiting for the inevitable. So stop being scared. If she walks, good riddance. You just dodged a bullet. Relationships need structure, and that means a leader. That leader is the man. Every successful system in the world has a chain of command. The military, business, even nature itself. Nothing works as a 50-50 split. Someone's got to take charge, and if it's not, it'll be her. And when a woman's running the relationship, she's going to resent you. That's just the way it is. Now, everyone thinks they're these submissive angels waiting for some broke-ass American to show up with 20 bucks. Let me tell you something. That's complete bullshit. Maybe back in the day when they needed visas to leave their countries, but not now. Instagram killed that fantasy. I live in Romania, bro, and let me tell you, the game here is different. There's a Lamborghini dealership 2 miles from my house, and people are dropping 20 grand on champagne at the club like it's pocket change. These girls don't need your money. They've got options. They're not lining up to bang some tourist because he's got a passport and a smile. And the idea of some village girl who doesn't know she's hot, that's dead. Instagram turned the entire dating market global. These girls know their worth, and they're playing the game on a level most guys can't even comprehend. You've got dudes flying them out to yachts in Dubai, living $1 million lifestyles just for a photo op. You're competing with billionaires, bro. If you think your $100 dinner date is impressing her, you're delusional. Western women, yeah, they're easy if you just want a quick lay. Go to Northern England, Manchester, Newcastle. These girls are obliterated, drunk, drowning in feminist bullshit and think sleeping around is empowerment. You could trip and fall into some pussy there, no problem. But don't expect anything of value. Eastern European women are a different game. They're not giving it up for free. If a girl here decides to be a hoe, she's going pro. Stripping, escorting, whatever. But she's getting paid. They're not out here throwing it at random dudes for fun. You've got to bring your A game to even get a shot. Now, people love to throw around the word prostitute like they're fucking moral crusaders. But here's the truth. These girls, they're not hookers. They're just taking deals no one in their right mind would say no to. You've got some sheiks sliding into their DMs like, come to Dubai. Bring your friends. I'll put you all in a 5-star hotel, pay for flights, rent you a car. Let's have dinner, see if we click. If not, no big deal. Bro, these guys are dropping 30 to 50 grand just to see if the vibe's there. And they couldn't care less if it's not. That's play money to them. And the girls. They're living like rock stars, flying first class, lounging on yachts, all without lifting a damn finger. Meanwhile, I'm in Romania, right next to Moldova, the poorest fucking country in Europe. And I know girls from there living better than most of you. Flying around the world drinking champagne on private jets. Why? Because Instagram absolutely fucked the dating game. The days of some hot chick who's humble and clueless about her worth. Dead and buried. These girls are drowning in attention 24/7. Every time they post a pic, it's like a lottery draw in their DMs. My own girl. Go check her Instagram. Cobra MFC. She's got 65,000 followers, and guess what? Her account's on my phone. Every few minutes, she's getting hit up. NFL players, NBA stars, singers, you name it. And she's with me because I run shit, but if she were single, it'd be like walking into a candy store with unlimited samples. That's how it is now, bro. Instagram changed everything. A decade ago, a 10 might have been stuck in some small-ass town waiting for Mr. Right. Now, she's one DM away from a yacht in Dubai or a Lambo ride in Miami. That's the real marketplace. So when you hear some clown bragging about picking up a 9 at the mall, know this. He didn't. The real 9s and 10s aren't at your local Starbucks. They're already booked, busy, and flown out. The girl you think is a 9. Probably a 6 tops, but your standards are warped because you've never seen a real 10 in person. Instagram isn't just a social media app. It's the ultimate dating tool. You want to meet girls. Stop cold approaching at the mall like some broke idiot. Get on Instagram. Take cool pics, fake a lifestyle if you have to, and build your profile. Don't have money. Doesn't matter. Buy followers if you need to. Who gives a fuck? Make yourself look interesting. That's how you play the new game. And let me tell you something else. Women practically live on Instagram. You ever been on vacation with a chick? She's snapping pics for the gram while you're just scrolling your phone like a dumbass. They might not reply to every DM, but trust me, they read them all. Validation is their crack. Every comment, every like. It's a fucking drug to them. But most guys don't have the discipline to play the game right. They waste time, make excuses, and then wonder why they're stuck. You know what lazy people are? Arrogant. They'll fuck up, waste hours on dumb shit, and then act like they're working hard. Meanwhile, people like me, we're grinding 20 times harder and still feel guilty about missing a single opportunity. That's the difference. If you sit here soaking up game for 2 hours, nodding along like, yeah, this makes sense, and then go back to being a lazy piece of shit, guess what? You're staying a loser. That's the harsh truth. No one's coming to save you. No one gives a fuck. You've got 2 options. Level up or stay broke. Bro, I'll tell you this. The higher you climb, the more dangerous the game gets. You think the system's just going to let you walk around with influence unchecked. Nah, the Matrix doesn't play like that. I've had people come to me with contracts, big bags of cash saying, shut up, play the game, do what we say. And I told them to fuck off. So now they're like, what do we do with this guy? He's too loud, too influential. We can't control him. That's when they start looking for ways to take you out. First, they'll try to throw you in jail on some made up shit. And if that doesn't work, car crash, plane crash. Oops, what a tragedy. This is the game at the top. It's scary, yeah, but it's real. You think they won't come for you? They will. That's why I've got to ask myself every day, how far do I want to push this? Even legends fall if they fly too close to the sun. But here's the thing. I'm not slowing down. If I ever get locked up, I didn't do it. If they say I killed myself, absolute fucking lie. Write that down. You want to know what power looks like. Dan Bilzerian hits me up, says, let's hang out. Cool, right. But here's what that actually means. I'm in Bucharest, he's in France. First, I've got to get the jet, my security team. 4 guys minimum. They've got to come, so I'm paying their wages. Then we've got the cars, loaded up and shipped ahead of time. We land 5-star hotels for 8 people, armored vehicles rented. Why? Because when you're at my level, safety isn't optional. We meet, talk for an hour, have dinner, and then head back. The whole thing. $400 grand burned in 48 hours just to hang out. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. That's the game. You want power, you pay the price. But here's what pisses me off. A 21-year-old polished chick telling me to wear a mask. Like, why do you care? No cops around, no cameras, and she's stuck on, it's the rules. Rules. Who programmed you? You ever think for yourself? I even joked, I'll give you $500,000 if you let me not wear the mask. Of course I wasn't serious, but the fact that she couldn't even process it. That's the slave mindset. COVID was the worst time of my life, man. Every gas station I walked into, some clown was telling me put on a mask. I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Then they'd say I won't serve you. So I'd hit back with cool, then the gas is free, right? And every time they take the money. These people are making $700 a month working for corporations that don't give a fuck if they die. And they're out here enforcing rules like their life depends on it. Absolute drones. That's the problem with the world. Everyone's a slave. Mentally, physically, emotionally. And unless you break free, you're going to stay in the cage. So here's my advice. Wake the fuck up. Stop following the rules. Build your own life. Chase money, chase power, but for God's sake, stop being a mindless robot. Bro, most people are too scared or too stupid to admit. You know what I realized after all the frustration with these mask-loving, rule-worshipping slaves? We fucking need them. Yeah, they're annoying as hell, but they're the ones keeping the lights on, buying all the bullshit, doing the crap jobs that I'd rather die than touch. That's how the world is built. But let me tell you this. Normally, these people don't get to tell me shit. COVID was the one time they felt like they had power over guys like me. Well, guess what? That's over now and we're back to normal. Bro, not everyone's mind is made to be free. And you know what? That's fine. If every single person woke the fuck up, society would collapse overnight. We need the sheep to keep the machine running. Some of us are designed to escape the matrix to live free. But most. They're built to stay plugged in, living their little lives, following rules they don't even understand. Now talk to one of these slaves. It's a fucking nightmare. You're trying to drop knowledge, open their eyes, but it's like arguing with a brick wall. No logic, no thought, just programmed responses. I've seen it clear as day during my cancellation. People screaming Tate's a bad guy. And I'm like, all right, name one bad thing I've actually said. Dead silence. They don't even know why they hate me. That's clown world for you. A society full of drones who can't think for themselves. And let me tell you something that's dangerous as fuck. People think I call out this slave mindset just to flex, but nah, it's deeper than that. This shit has real consequences. Look at history. Some of the most evil acts were committed by people who blindly followed orders without a single question. That's how wars start. That's how genocides happen. It's not the rebels or the critical thinkers who cause this destruction. It's the sheep. And today, those same sheep are out here with their masks and their endless booster shots, acting all self-righteous. Oh, I follow the rules, so I'm better than you. Nah, dumbass, you're the exact kind of person who would have blindly signed up to enforce the worst atrocities in history. Everyone likes to play hero and say, I would have stood up to the Nazis. No, you fucking wouldn't. You're the first in line to do whatever the government tells you, no questions asked. Put on the mask, roll up your sleeve, and let them take your freedom, all while thinking you're a good person. You're not righteous, you're a sheep, and you're the reason the world stays broken. That's why I keep hammering on about the Matrix. People ask Tate, why do you always talk about the Matrix? Because most of you are living in it. You're in a fake-ass reality controlled by the system, and you don't even know it. You believe the garbage the news feeds you. You work your shitty job for pennies and you pay your taxes until you die. Sound familiar? It's literally the fucking Matrix. They're using you. Your body, your time, your mind. Keeping you trapped in the grind until you're spent and useless. But if you're not fighting back, you're already losing. There's no middle ground. You're either standing up against the bullshit or you're letting it destroy you. And if you think for 1 second that believing all the crap they feed you will keep you safe, you're delusional. You'll end up depressed, divorced, broke as hell, and wondering why your life is such a mess. Newsflash. It's because you've been a slave to their narrative. I don't believe in anything that weakens me. If you believe ghosts haunt a house, you'll be scared. But if you walk into the same house and don't believe in ghosts, it's just a fucking house. No fear, no control over you. Life is the same way. If I refuse to buy into bullshit, it can't touch me. That's real power. Here's the trick they pull. They guilt trip you. Oh, you want freedom. What about the people dying in car crashes? Don't you care? And if you push back suddenly, you're the bad guy. It's a scam, bro. A complete fucking trap. But here's the thing. People are waking up. The tide is turning. Look at big tech censorship. It's falling apart. They came for me, the first guy they ever tried to cancel, and guess what? They failed. The Matrix threw everything they had, and I'm still here. Standing tall, unapologetic, unbreakable. And now people are watching. They see me and think, wait a second. Tate got canceled and he's still crushing it. Maybe I don't have to live in fear. That's how it starts, bro. When people stop being scared, the whole damn system falls apart. They can't cancel everyone. They can't silence the truth forever. And once you've tasted what it's like to speak your mind, to say what the fuck you really think without some platform or society breathing down your neck, it's the most freeing thing in the world. Even if you think you're being real on places like YouTube, you're not. You're still holding back. You're still censoring yourself whether you know it or not. You're thinking, oh, I can't say that. Better phrase this a certain way. But when you let that filter go, when you stop giving a fuck and just speak, it's a whole new level of power, bro. And they hate it. But you're unstoppable. This misogynist label, fucking hilarious, it's a lie. Women don't hate me, men don't hate me. Everyone loves what I'm saying. Sure, you'll always have a few soy-drinking weirdos crying in their basements, but who cares? I don't speak to please anyone. I speak because I believe it's my duty as a man. If the whole world hated me tomorrow, I wouldn't change a damn thing. Why? Because what I'm saying is truth, and truth doesn't bend to popularity. Now, almost nobody actually hates me. This whole Tate is evil narrative. Pure bullshit. Since this cancellation circus kicked off, I've been traveling, living life, doing what I do best. Guess what? Not a single person's had the balls to step up with negativity. Not one. Men, women, kids. They all love me. Women come up, tell me how much they respect my take on masculinity. Men. They're saying, Tate, you've changed my life. Even parents want me in photos with their kids. Look at my real fans. They're putting in the work, hitting the gym, getting their money up, mastering their emotions, leveling the fuck up. Their lives are better because of me. So when someone tells them Tate's bad, they laugh in their face. What the fuck are you talking about? Tate's the reason my life is winning. That's why people defend me so hard. They've seen the results. Then you've got the slaves. The brainwashed bots just parroting whatever the mainstream media tells them. Tate is dangerous. Tate is evil with zero proof. It's insane how programmed these weak-minded idiots are. But guess what? The Matrix is crumbling and we're shattering it.